Hi, Amanda with Feral Farms. I was going to show you that I propagated another round of Ace 55 tomato cuttings in the window. And I wanted to show you kind of what I experienced because I think it's pretty common, and I also don't want you to be discouraged if you're a new gardener. So I had a couple, so what I did originally was I took some cuttings off of the plants that were doing well. I didn't take cuttings off of plants that were struggling because if they're already struggling or sick or whatever, it's my theory is that it's going to make the cuttings have a rougher start. So I took some cuttings off of the healthy plants and I literally, like I'm on well water. So I put them in a jar, nothing fancy, put them in a jar, put some water in the jar, and then put them in the window. I changed their water about every 2 days, 3 if I forgot, but fairly regularly, and they started to sprout roots. So you can see those are pretty healthy roots. I have some small cuttings that were really healthy, and I put those in. I mean, like that's tiny, but it's produced some very good roots. So I have several several cuttings of these that I'm gonna be putting out in the greenhouse. It's dark now. I'm gonna do this evening because I have a busy day tomorrow. And we're getting a cold front in the meantime. So I'm going to water deeply tonight and go ahead and transplant these that I have had in the window because I think that would be the easiest for them. It'll kind of ease them into life outside again. So what I was saying was these are doing really well. So I will obviously plant that one. But there are some in here that interestingly enough so this, like aside from these little dead pieces, this is a good cutting, a good size cutting. And there are baby roots on it. You can see it better there. Like tomato stems are kind of hairy anyway, but I mean, they are tiny. And I expected for the larger cuttings to produce more roots. And they didn't. This one's kind of a weirdo. That's what we grow here. We grow weirdos here. And then you have some that like, we love the water here, so we are going to grow large roots. And that's a reasonable size cutting, but it's not huge like the other one was that I thought would grow really well. So I am gonna go ahead and plant that other one, and then you have, this wild thing. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and plant that. I had a couple of those that were like that last time also. What I found last time when I transplanted these was the ones with the larger root system already established in the water obviously transitioned better to soil outside. The ones with shorter roots did not do as well. I had 2 of them that died. So we'll see if they transition well or not. I anticipate that they will not do well just like the others, which is so disturbing because I had such high hopes for you. So I will keep you updated on how they look in another week or so, but that's that. Super easy to do. So if you're already growing tomatoes and you want to propagate to get another harvest out of them, or if you're in a zone where you can continuously grow, like further into what would be considered the winter months in North America, do your cuttings and propagate them in the window. You've already paid for the plant or for the seeds. You may as well get as much out of it as possible. So I hope that blesses your heart. And if it doesn't, I hope you find something that does. I'll see you soon.